you want free tools for your Linux that make it faster and more safe, I've picked 5 utilities you will actually use. Each tool is free, open source, and will install within minutes. So follow along, try to install one of them, and see which one you prefer in this video. By the way, I will not be wasting your time, I will get directly to it, but make sure you subscribe before we begin. The first one is Restic, and it is a modern backup program that can back up your files. Backups fail when they're really slow, but Restic will actually make this experience way better and there's no vendor lock-in. So go to the website and you can see that it is available for Linux, BSD, macOS and Windows. It's very secure and also open source. Right here you have a short demo of Restic if you want to check out how it works. On the left right here we have installation, make sure you click on it and then click on installation instructions page. Right here we have the installation and you gotta find your own distribution. For example, Debian is also the same as Ubuntu, so even though you don't see Ubuntu right here, this would still be the app to get installed to get, Restic. If you scroll down, you will actually also find Windows. It can be installed with Winget. Right here you have it for Windows if you're interested in that. But simply to explain, it's actually a snapshot tool. You point it at files and it will store it encrypted. A snapshot is actually the moment to return to where all files were actually working, which is very cool. Let's move on to the next one. If you want me to make any full-fledged tutorial about any of these apps, please let me know down in the comments and I will do it. Right now, I'm not gonna waste your time and move on to app number 2. Number 2 is also about securing your own data. It is called Rclone and it's a command line program to manage files on cloud storage. I actually use this for my own automated system with NHN. If you don't know what NHN is, it's an automation platform you can actually self-host. And it is sort of open source, but not fully, but it is mostly open source. I actually use this and I back up my own system with it. I meant of course with Rclone. Left above right here we have downloads. If you scroll down right here, you can actually see that there are multiple operating systems. For example, Windows, macOS, Linux. Of course, these Linux distributions, BSD, and also Solaris, which is macOS. I'm not really sure. Right here you have your own chip architecture. Make sure you get this one. Don't mistake anything else unless you got an ARM chip, but you probably have this one. This one is if you have a worse CPU. So get it right here, click on it and it will install. You can actually easily use Rclone to backup files to Google Drive, which is what I'm doing, but you can also back it up to other cloud providers. It will sync your data fully encrypted and it is all done in the SLI or command line. You can also make a script for example, on Linux and it will allow it to run Rclone automatically every single day or every single hour, however you want to set it up. Let's move on to number 3. Before I talk about number 3, please make sure you subscribe. 99% isn't, and it will be that 1% that is very special. Let's say you code. Searching through code and logs takes a lot of time. Well, this application might help you with searching through it and speeding up the process. It is called Ripgrep. It's a line-oriented search tool that recursively searches the current directory for a regex pattern. Go to the GitHub. And if you scroll down, you will actually find documentation and also how to install it. Right here we have the user guide. I recommend that you check it out because there might be some basics here you might miss. If you go back to the GitHub, we have installation right here. And you can easily install it for macOS, Windows, Arch Linux, Fedora, CentOS, Red Hat, a lot of things right here. And also for Debian. Or right here we also have Ubuntu, but make sure it is this version or newer. And then you can sudo apt-get ripgrep. Right here we have some quick examples. For example, it is comparing itself here with other tools. This is the command it used and this is the time it has found the code or logs or anything like that. Of course, it's the same line count. Right here it probably missed something and it was way slower. You can see that it is a lot faster. Here's another one. Compared to ugrep or gnugrep, and you can actually see that it is a lot faster, at least 10 times. You can see that right here, 10 times. Well, here is the reason why you should want to use Ripgrep. It can replace many use cases served by other search tools because it contains more of their features and is generally faster. It can search specific types of files, for example, RG Ftop full limits your search to Python files, and RG-TGS fo excludes JavaScript files from your search. Well, many things. I'm not getting into it right now, but this search tool might save you tons of time, like 10 times. Let's move on to number 4. The old find command is actually pretty powerful, but old. Type fd command on Google and find this GitHub. It should actually already be at the top. This is a user-friendly way of searching or finding. You can see right here, fd app, and it will search anything with app, fi, and it will search for other things. Right here we have a type. There are a lot of things. How to use it is either you run fdh for a concise help message, or fd-help for a more detailed version. FD is designed to find entries in your file system. So it is pretty much the same as Rclone, but of course way different. It's more user-friendly. For example, you can cd to etc, and with this pattern we will be able to find some other files. You can also specify the root directory and it will easily help you with that. Also list items. If you scroll all the way to the top, you can actually find the how to use, but you can also find installation. Right here we offer it for a lot of distributions, for example Ubuntu and then the latest version. Click on it, scroll all the way down, but you can also use Ctrl F for searching, easily be able to find Ubuntu. Let's click on this latest version, and do note that this repository does not provide links to the package. But do note it is typically available in the default repositories of major operating systems. So just do apt-get fd- and then find for Ubuntu. And dnf install fd-find for Fedora. These tools are very useful for searching things, and let me know if I should go in depth and also learn about this a bit more so I can explain to you in easier steps. Let's then move on to the last one, number 5. Well, this might be pretty useful if you want to see the resources of your own system in the SLI. I've actually used it a few times to diagnose which programs are actually running and which one I should be stopping because the CPU percentage was way too high. It is called Htop, and Htop is an interactive process viewer. Right here you have an example of how things look like. For example, right here we have the CPU percentage use, the memory use, and how long it is running. We also have resolution, and on the left the PID, which is of course the ID of the application. Right here we have more information about the resources like memory and everything like that, how many tasks are running and how many threads. Also, if you have a laptop, the battery percentage, and also the uptime of how long it is running. This runs all in the SLI. You can easily access it with Htop. Left above you have download, and if we scroll down right here, for example with Debian, it is apt install Htop, and it is also the same for Ubuntu. So just type this and you will get Htop instantly. Type Htop and you will find yourself in these windows. With F9 you can kill a program if you have selected it. You can actually also search with F3, and it's a pretty quick access to seeing the processes of your system and why everything is slowing down. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It will actually be very much appreciated, and I will make more videos about this. Let me know if I should make an in-depth tutorial about all these 5, and I'll show you how to use it in an advanced way but in simple steps. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.